I had this huge revelation today. There are 39 days left till Christmas, and Thanksgiving is next week. I have no idea where the time is going, but here it is, about to be the end of another year and the beginning of another year. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha if you are new here, and I am just a mom who likes to play with makeup. If you are not new here, thank you for coming back and watching another one of my videos. I hope you all do like this. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of my future videos. Without further ado, let's get into this. It's been a while since I have actually played with my favorite makeup on here, and it's Seint official. It's literally all my makeup in one compact, and I love it. This is my go-to every time I put on makeup. I just love it. I love it all. It's all cream, of course, except for the eyeshadow and my powder that I set. This is just a brush cleaner. So in between eyeshadow colors, I can just clean them up really quick and then go into the next color. And I did choose colors that are available right now as a set. So this is called Pumpkin Spice, I believe. It's a gorgeous color pattern, and I wanted to try it so that we can hopefully wear it next week for Thanksgiving. I also put in my brow shade, which is right here, and it is Trust. And this, however, is not Seint. So this is actually from CoverGirl, and all I do is I take it, I warm this mirror up, and the glue on the other side will loosen up, and I just kind of wiggle it out. And because the palettes are magnetic, it just goes right into my palette. So let's start with the eyes first. All right, so as usual, I went off camera and this is the look that I came up with. So to start with, I went ahead and used my brightener highlight right here, which I used White Peach, and I just picked a little bit of that up and used that to prep my eyelid because I have a lot of discoloration. So we just want a nice blank canvas. Push that in. And to set that, I'm going to use the powder that I have in here. So I'm just going to pick that up and set this. I'm going to have to redo my eye tape. It just does not want to stick. And that's probably something I did. Or maybe because my eye is always watering, so it just doesn't want to stick. There we go. That feels more secure. And just to address the elephant in the room, yes, I have a bunch of scratches right now. My baby, she beat me up last night during bedtime, and she clawed up my nose and a couple other spots. So we're just gonna ignore that, but now you know what it's from. So to start off, I'm going to use Tangerine, which is right here. I'm gonna pick that up and put that into my crease and just kind of blend that out. It's such a pretty orange color. I mean, it definitely is tangerine. 100%. Once we have that color down, we're going to pick up Holly, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to focus on my outer V and in the crease. I'm going to go back to the other side, which is what I used Tangerine with, and I'm just going to blend. Just doing soft circles. I didn't pick anything else up. I just go back and forth until I'm happy with the blend. Switching brushes, I'm going to pick up this shade right here, which is called Drift. And I'm going to put that as my brow bone highlight. And then I'm going to put it on my inner third. I'm going to use my finger and pick up Moscow. And we're going to put that on the center of the lid and just start blending that in to Drift. All right, once you're done with the eyeshadow, I'm gonna go into a black liner. I just picked up the Haus Laboratories, and I'm gonna do a slight wing, just a slight wing. All right, hopefully they match. If not, it is what it is. I'm gonna curl my lashes and then apply my mascara, and I'll be right back. Every single time I take off the tape for my eyes, it is so satisfying. I love it. So, highly recommend those tapes. Again, they're by E.L.F. and I believe you can get them at Target. So, this is gonna be the quick and easy part, even though that was a really quick and easy eye look as well. So these are the shades I have. Now, if you're not familiar with Seint Official, I will let you know that to get your customized palette, you will have to message a seller. I am a seller, however, you don't have to use me. I'm just going to show you how I use my Seint Official, so that way you know what it is. And it's just my favorite makeup. So these are the colors I match to. It is now winter time, so it is time to use my winter shades, which would be Candlelit, and I like to use White Peach to brighten. Then my contour is Olive, and I also have bronzer here and an illuminator that I like to mix together. I just really like that glow, and then I don't really have to add illuminator on top of that. So I'm using Tan Lines, which is a new bronzer shade, and Glow Illuminator. And then for my lip and cheek, I picked, oh my gosh, I can't remember for the life of me. It's my favorite shade, Sandstone? Sandstone. Sandstone. I picked Sandstone. Can we say that again? Sandstone. It's my favorite. And I will contour first to line my lips with this, and it looks gorgeous. So, if you're not familiar, this is a paint by numbers type of makeup. So I'm going to show you how easy this is. Ready? I'm going to start with my all over shade. And normally I would put on a primer underneath. My go-to primer is Urban Decay, or I just like to use a little bit of spray beforehand. Just depends on the day. But I'm not going anywhere. It's actually like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm not worrying about staying power. Now I'm going to go into my contour, which is again Olive. So this, it just depends on the day. Sometimes I have to use it, sometimes I don't. My under eyes are really bad today, so I'm just going to use a little bit of Frenchie. I don't really consider this part of my compact because I don't always have to use it, but I just use a little bit to neutralize my under eyes. And once I apply the brightener, you'll see that it's just like, looks amazing. So just a little bit of that. Blend it out. Now I'll go in with my brightener, which is again, White Peach. And this would be more like your concealer. And lastly, Sandstone. I like to do my bronzer last, so I'm not going to worry about that until I blend everything out. But now we can blend. So once again, I'm going to start off with the lighter shades, and then I'm going to go into the darker shades. Once you have everything for the most part blended out, you're going to use the perfector sponge and just kind of blend it in some more. This is just going to push it into the skin and make sure that it is well blended and pick up any excess. I'm going to pick up my bronzer. So I'm just going to use a different brush now, and I'm going to kind of mix them together. And I'm just going to apply it where I normally would have put my bronzer. Now I'm going to go into my powder. I'm going to use the same brush that I just used my bronzer with. I'm just going to set where I normally kind of get oily. So I'm going to use my contour, again, Olive, and I'm just going to line my lips. And I'm going to use the same color I use on my cheeks. So again, my eye color is back here, and it is Trust. And now I'm just going to use my, I can't think, my brush. I'm just going to switch brushes, and I'm going to use my pencil brush. No. I like to use my E.L.F. Wow Brow to set my brows. So I'm going to do my other brow, and I will be right back. Alright, so let's finish the eyes. I'm going to use, once again, Tangerine, and I'm going to put that on. Actually, you know what? Let's do the inner corners first. So I'm going to use Drift and just go on the inner corner. That way I don't have to clean my brush in between. Alright, now I'm going to pick up Tangerine, which again is this shade right here. I'm going to blend that into the bottom lash line and connect it to the top. This is a clean brush, I'm just blending that out. I'm going to use the same small end, and I'm going to pick up, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Holly. Such an easy name too. I'm going to pick up Holly and put that even closer to the lash line and just on the outer third. Just put on some mascara. Okay, so here's my completed face. I would normally set it with Stay Spray afterward or another setting spray that I have. One of my favorite drugstore ones is Milani Make It Last. But again, I'm not going to set it because I'm not going anywhere. So, the reason why I'm a huge, huge fan of Seint Official and why I became a, I hate saying salesperson or representative, but that's what I am, is because of the fact that I really like the way that this makeup looks. It looks like my skin, but better. And it's so quick and easy to apply. I can do my makeup in 5 minutes or less. And I'm not exaggerating. So, huge, huge fan. It's also paraben, sulfate, gluten, and cruelty-free. Cruelty-free is a huge one for me. It's so hard to find that. In these palettes, there are so many different sizes and colors and patterns. Plus, everything in here, all these tins, so you can see that I'm starting to run low on these two right here. What I do is I just use my candle wax warmer, heat that up, I put my tin on there, and it's all flat again. So everything goes back to the middle. It's all one even layer, and I can keep on using it until it's completely empty. And I do mean completely empty. I use every last drop of it. I've been using it now for a year and a half, and I go back to it every single time. So when I'm not trying on new products, this is what I'm wearing. So again, I did use the Pumpkin Spice collection, which are these 4 shades right here. It is Drift, Tangerine, Holly, and Moscow, and that is a collection right now for $40, or you can buy them individually, and the eyeshadows range from $12 to $14. I believe these are all 12. Same for what I used for my brows, which is Trust. It's an eyeshadow. And the tint in here, so your highlights, which are these two right here, your lip and cheek, bronzer, and the contour, these are all $14. And the Illuminator ranges from $14 to $16. It just depends on if you're getting a powder or the cream. Again, I like to just use creams. It looks really good on my skin. I have a lot of texture, in my opinion. especially around my eyes, and traditional makeup can kind of look crepey and I don't know, it just doesn't set right on my face. So I started using creams and I don't have that issue. It literally looks like my skin. Even my husband was like in awe of the way my makeup started to look. So love it. Plus now, instead of having to buy a whole new palette or whatever, I just have to buy the tin. So if I run out of like this highlight, I only have to buy the one highlight again. I don't have to buy anything else. And this one lasts me probably about 4 to 5 months. This one lasts me longer. I would say more like 6 to 8 because I don't use much of that one. It's more of my what you would traditionally call a highlighter. So again, not used as often. The lip and cheeks, I've had that for a year and a half. I have not bought a new one. I still have tons. I like to go through my different ones depending on the season. So again, it's been a long time. This Illuminator, I've had that for a year. My bronzer, I just bought this one because it's a newer shade. However, the other one that I was using was Bella. And I would say it lasted me probably around 9 to 12 months. And then the same thing for my contour. My contour, I would say is similar to my brightener. And I would say like 7 months roughly. So I think that's a great buy and I love it. So another reason why I love this is just because my whole palette is my entire bit of makeup. So when we went to DC for my son's birthday, this is all the makeup I brought. I didn't have to bring anything else. Well, I take that back. I did bring an eyeliner, brow gel, mascara. That's it. So all the items I use today will be listed down in the description bar. And if you are interested in getting a color match, please shoot me a message. I also have a color match form down below. But if you're not interested in using me, no big deal. Thank you for joining and watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. And I hope you have a lovely week wherever you are. I'll see you next time. Bye.